everyone, my name is Hafizha and in this video, I will review the textbook that I just read and I will recommend it for you guys. So, what is that book? Without further ado, let's go to the video. Okay, the book I'm going to review and recommend it for you guys, the title is Approaches and Method and Language Teaching. This book is written by Jack C. Richard and Theodore S. Rogers. So, do you guys know this book? Okay, I will explain it first. The book is often used in English language learning and is well known for its comprehensive discussion on how language teaching methods have developed over time. And then, I will tell you about the main purpose of this book. Alright, so what exactly is the main purpose of this book? You guys can see this picture, right? And I will explain it. So, the main purpose of this book is to give readers a clear and organized explanation of the different approaches and methods in language teaching. The authors do not present one single method as the best, but rather compare and explain how each approach works, what its purpose is, and how it can be applied in the classroom. Do you got it, guys? Alright, so who is able to read this book? Okay, I will explain it. So, the target readers of this book are actually English teachers, English students like me, and maybe even curriculum developers. Why? Because the content of this book is very complete. Each explanation of the approaches and method is detailed, so students can understand the discussion clearly, guys. And English teacher can find methods to use in class when they're looking for the right one for their teaching. And what about curriculum developers? Alright, as for the curriculum developers, they might read this book because when they try to find the most suitable teaching approaches to include in the curriculum. So, this book is really definitely for them, guys. And yeah, that's the target readers of this book in my opinion. English teacher, student English language, curriculum developers, and I think other people who want to learn about the approaches and methods in English teaching can read this book too. Okay, in this session, I will explain about the key terms in this book. It's actually the key terms I met in this book have four. For the first key terms is, in this book include the historical evolution of language teaching methods such as the grammar, translation method, direct method, and audiolingualism. So, the historical evolution of language teaching methods is explained in this key term. So, for the second key terms is alternative or innovative methods like Suggestopedia, Total Physical Response, and Whole Language. And this key terms is explained in the main chapter 2, Alternative Approaches and Methods, because this chapter is in the modern methods. These three key terms is communicative approaches such as communicative language teaching or CLT, text-based language teaching or TBLT, and the last is content-based instruction or CBI. And this key terms is also have on the main chapter 2 is alternative approaches and methods. And the last key terms is the concept of the post-methods era where teachers are encouraged to adapt and combine different methods depending on learner needs and teaching context. And this key terms is on the main chapter 3, current communicative approaches. So, overall, this book gives us about the theory and the practical idea behind the many methods that teachers have used or still use to teach language. So that's the key terms on this book. Okay, now let's talk about the strength and the weakness from this book. For the first is the strength. I met the fourth strength of this book. For the first strength is, the book is very well organized. Each chapter is clear and follows us a consistent format, which make it easier to compare one method to another method. Okay, for the second or the next strength is the reader is not just give the definition, but it also talks about like how methods can be used in the real. So the reader is like explaining about how the methods are teach in real life. So we as learners or in the future teacher, like knowing already about these methods, because the readers is very clearly explanation about the method or like how use this method. Okay, for the next strength is it has been updated. So this book it has been updated from its early edition. So it's include more modern methods or topics like text-based learning and teaching in the post-methods era. So if the teacher in this modern era can use this method because this book is include the modern methods like test-based learning and the post-methods era. And the last strength is this book is encourage reader to be a critical thinkers. So it's not just followers of teaching trends, but this book is also like have explanation about the traditional method to this modern method. Okay, now I will talk about the weakness I met for this book. I met the three weaknesses for this book. The first weakness is this book can feel quite academic and dense, especially for beginners or people who prefer more visual or interactive learning. So this book is not like a visual picture to like illustrate the readers. So yeah, this book is I think not good for the beginners or people who prefer like more visual explanation and interactive learning. And for the second weakness is this book like this. I think it would be even better if this book had more classroom example like case studies or visual to help readers see how this method work in action. So this book is very less that the classroom example and case study. I tell about the strength, but it's not like all the methods have the classroom example and case study. So these two can be the weakness, right? And the last weakness is this book is more descriptive than practical, meaning like just like what method is, and it's like not give me or show us about how to apply this method. Sometimes like yeah, just I told before in this trends, like each methods have the explanation clearly and very clearly, but sometimes is have the method too is not like show me how to apply these methods. So yeah, I think there are the strength and the weakness I've met for this book. Do you got it, guys? Alright guys, so what do you think about this book after I explain it about the main purpose, about the key terms, and about the strength and the weakness? Do you guys like this book? Of course, you should like and read this book, guys. So, why I really recommended this book? So, I will mention it the three why you should read this book, guys. Well, this book doesn't try to tell you guys which method is best. Instead, this book is give you the knowledge to decide for yourself, which is very empowering for teachers and also future teacher like me or like you guys. Okay, so I will mention it the three why you should read this book. For the first is the student teacher who want to explore different teaching styles. So this book is really recommended for you student English learning like me. This book is really recommended because this book is very clear explanation about the main chapter to another chapter. Even this book is also the weakness, but this book is very recommended for you student English language. And then for the next is educators or the teacher English language who feel stuck in one method and want to explore or rephrase their methods. This book is really recommended for you teacher English language, because this book is very clear explanation. Yeah, that's the thing that I talked before, because this book is really clear explanation about the each method. Even this modern method is already mentioned too in this book. So why the teacher or teacher English language don't read this book? I think you guys should read this book. Okay. The next or the last thing is anyone who involved in English language teaching or who want to make this book powerful or want to make informed and thoughtful decision in the classroom. This book is really recommended for you. The reason is the same as that the explanation I taught before. So okay guys, so I think that's all about my review, the textbook. The title is Approaches and Methods in Language Teaching. I hope you guys read this book. Sorry if I have a mistake or like something like that, because today I record this video is my condition is not very well, but I hope this video is still clearly and the watchers or who watch this video still get the point I explained it before. So thank you guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.